What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Listography. Jason, Joe, and Krams are here. A little bonus content for you. We just released our 1977 Songs of the Year video yesterday, so we thought it would be good timing to release episode number 2 of our Resequencer series, talking about a huge album from 1977 and one that was very well represented in our Songs of the Year list, and that is Rumours. Now, Rumours is interesting. I always felt that this was an extremely poorly sequenced record. Talked to you guys a little bit about it, and I don't know if you guys felt entirely the same way, but I think it's a difficult record to sequence because you have the 3 very distinct songwriters and 3 very distinct voices. So yeah, maybe you guys won't change it much from its original form. We will see. The other thing to mention here is that there is another track that is very well known, although it was left off the original record, a Stevie Nicks track called Silver Springs. So what we have decided to do is just to leave it up to the individual to either include it, not include it, or include it and bump something else off if they wish. So there are actually 12 songs in play here, although we don't have to use all 12. So let's see what you guys came up with.
I can go first on this one because I don't have a lot of changes. We were talking about this one, and it is kind of disjointed and jarring, the shifts in like the songwriting styles between McVie, Buckingham, and Nicks. But I think it works, and I think I like the way you go from a song like Secondhand News, which is a big FU to Stevie Nicks, to Dreams, which is by Stevie Nicks, and sort of like just these big mood shifts and changes, I think work. I'm not going to change the track listing at all, but I am going to make one change, and I'm going to get rid of the only song on here that I just don't think holds up compared to the rest, and that is Oh Daddy, the second last track. It's a Christine McVie cut. I'm just cutting it off. I'm going to put Silver Springs in its place. And I think at that point, you have a perfect album, 10 out of 10, 100 out of 100, 10 out, 5 stars. I think that's literally the only weak moment on the whole album is Oh Daddy. And Silver Springs is just a better song. Other than that, I think everything else flows pretty well. Maybe the only other one that's sort of out of place would be Don't Stop. But I think where it is, I think it's good enough. So I'm leaving it all the same, just swapping out Oh Daddy for Silver Springs.
Wow. The sequencing never really was a factor for me enjoying this album, because to me, it's every song's so good, it just like doesn't matter. I don't really approach it as like a whole album as much as it's just really good song after really good song after really good song. The album just sounds great. But that be damned, I had some fun with this. I am going to add Silver Springs, so mine is 12. And I'm renaming this damn thing. Resequencer, renaming it. I'm stealing a lyric from The Chain, and I'm calling this album Damn the Dark, Damn the Light. And I am cutting this album in half, dark versus light. And I am going to put it in order, but it's almost a case of like when you get the record, there's a dark side and a light side, and it doesn't matter which one you put it on. But here's what I've got. I'm going to gradually make this dark and moody and then pep it up. I'm leading off with The Chain, the ultimate statement of this album. Dual vocals, I think, helps as a leadoff because you're not going to get a whole lot of it later. Obviously about, the drama to come with the band, or the drama that's happening with the band, that there's a lot of turmoil, a lot of love loss, but the chain is, going to keep together. And melodically and with the pace, it's got a cool slow build and then obviously takes off at the end. Track 2, Oh Daddy, immediately slowing it down after the chain, let you know that things are dark and not good. Number 3, pick it up a little bit with the beat, but still mellow and relaxed kind of vibes with Dreams. Nice, cool, and collected. And number 4, Songbird. Nice piano ballad here in the 4-hole. Remind you that serious love did exist. The heartache is real. Probably the most beautiful ballad on the album. Number 5, going with Gold Dust Woman. Let Stevie do her witchy woman thing. Get a little bit more energy, a little bit more steak after Songbird. And then number 6 for the first side of the album closer, I've got Silver Springs. Lovely closing sentiment for the first half. The whole "you wouldn't let me love you" thing is just perfect. Then you turn this bad boy over and we're going to inject cynical smiling everywhere with leading off number 7, track 1 of the next side, The Light Side. Go your own way. Get you this more cheerful, hopeful perspective and immediately positive sounding song and picking up and more rocking. Going to keep that going with I Don't Want to Know. Sweet, childlike at times and catchy and really perky. I'm going to keep up the little bit, but bring down like the heaviness and the fast pace, make it a little smoother with You Make Loving Fun. Great pop tune, probably the sweetest song on the album, getting some more groove and smoothness. And just before you think things couldn't be more lollipop and rainbows, I'm going to bring on Secondhand News after that. In the 10 spot, continue that chipperness sound aesthetically, but everything isn't hunky-dory. No one wants to be second fiddle. It's a great kiss-off song, especially right after You Make Loving Fun, coming from a female over to Lindsay, just being like, no, we are not happy about what's going on here. Then, second to last track, Never Going Back, slow it down, percussionless, nice little breather before you get to Don't Stop, closing with a positive outlook. Also my least favorite song in the album, so I don't mind holding it off for back, but I think it's a great send-off, a great sentiment. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Kind of the opposite or linked to the leadoff track of The Chain, just being like, yeah, all of this stuff, this is a tumultuous relationship, but don't stop believing. We'll keep being a band and keep putting out tunes for you. So, damn the dark, damn the light, moody first half, chipper second half, but the drama is everywhere.
Very nice. You put a lot of thought into that. A lot more than I did.
All right, mine. I'm going to kick it off the way it actually kicks off with Secondhand News. Always thought it was a cool and unexpected opener. Not a song that I would normally put there, but I think it's a cool move. It works. But I've always thought that Dreams coming after it was really awkward. So I'm going to try to keep the feel a little lighter. I'm going to go with I Don't Want to Know second. Keep the energy up a little, but still switch it over to Stevie Nicks. Then in the 3 spot, I'm going to go with Go Your Own Way. I think it's a good time after 2 lighter songs opening the record to kind of raise the stakes a little bit with one of the album's emotional centerpieces. Then in the 4 spot, I'm going to go with You Make Lovin' Fun. I hate Don't Stop, normally in the 4-hole. So I wanted to push that back, but I still want to get Christine McVie into the mix here early on. Don't want to leave her hanging too long. So going to go with that track in the 4 spot. And then I think that sets up the mood a little better to then go with Dreams 5th. You Make Lovin' Fun has kind of those slight disco vibes. And I think that leads nicely into Dreams, both sharing the electric piano sound. So sonically, it's similar. And then I'm going to close out side 1 with Oh Daddy, kind of a dark and moody track. I think it's a good side closer for the record. Then we're going to flip it over and open side 2 with Gold Dust Woman. I think the fade in on the track works perfectly to open the side of the record. Then I'm going to go with Never Going Back Again, which I think is the hardest track to place. It doesn't fit super well along a lot of these tracks, but I'm going to use it to break up 2 tracks with sort of similar feels, going with The Chain 9th. So I didn't want to have Gold Dust Woman and The Chain back to back. So I think that works. And then the long outro wailing guitar on The Chain, I think take that and just drop the energy. Stark contrast with Songbird coming 10th. quiet. Definitely the most hushed moment on the record. Feels like a good penultimate track. Don't want to end on that somber of a note, but I think it signals that things are drawing to a close. And I'm going to close it out with Don't Stop, which leaves you a nice, hopeful note for the future. Perfect way to close it out. I hate this song. I hate Don't Stop. And I considered switching it for Silver Springs, but I actually think Fleetwood Mac made the right call. I don't think Silver Springs, the sound of it really fits in with the record. I don't know. It feels out of place no matter where you put it. I like it. I like it a lot more than Don't Stop, but I think Don't Stop makes more sense on this record, and it definitely works better as a closer.
I like your list, but I don't like Dreams and You Make Love and Fun back to back because they seem like too similar in companion pieces. I know that was your reason for keeping them together, but I don't know. Not a fan of that.
I think both are great. I will say this about Don't Stop. I used to hate it, but I don't know. I listened to it like super close one time, and I kind of started to like the piano part's really cool in it. And like there's just some interesting construction of the song with the instruments. I know it's a little like cloying and too poppy, but I don't mind it on the album. I think it's a pretty decent song.
I can't imagine it in any spot other than the last song. Like it seems like it's just summarizing, like it's literally just sending off. Like that's the only way I can hear that song. I can't imagine, like it seems that's the only spot you could do it.
Well, they did it fourth, so that's weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
Really weird. I kind of get what you're saying about Silver Springs not exactly fitting in, but it's just such a damn good song.
Yeah, it was hard to leave off. But let us know what you think of our lists and our sequences. Which one do you think works the best? How do you think it compares to the original? Do you think there's any problem with the original sequencing, or do you think it is also, like I do, a mess? Might be one of my least favorite sequenced 5-star records. But yeah, whatever you think about it, drop it below. Let us know. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, and find Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our website in the description. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.